Flying with 506 tons of luggage is definitely not traveling light. But when you're the head of a $2 trillion family, that's not even the most extravagant aspect of your travels. Nevertheless, this is how King Salman Al Saud travels. King Salman's security detail. With $2 trillion under his control and over $25 billion of personal wealth, it's really not that surprising that King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud spares no expense when it comes to his security. The king's security is bestowed on the Saudi Arabian Royal Guard. This elite force is highly trained and equipped with the latest technology and equipment to ensure the royal family's safety. The Royal Guard is divided into several units, including the Royal Guards Brigade, the Special Security Forces, and the Royal Saudi Air Force VIP unit. Each unit is responsible for specific aspects of the royal family's security, such as protecting the royal palace, providing security for official events, and ensuring the safety of the king and other royal family members during travel. One of the prime tasks of these special forces is to make sure wherever the king goes, there is no funny business. This includes route planning, collaborating with local forces, and ensuring everywhere the king will set foot in is swept clean and secured. Usually, around 100 men travel 2 weeks in advance to ensure the hotel is prepared and secure enough. Next, they install metal detectors and bag x-rays and double-check every hotel guest if Salman hadn't booked the entire place for some reason. While these guys are definitely doing the heavy lifting, we can't ignore what's actually doing the literal heavy lifting. The king's fleet of ultra-luxurious private jets. The Flying Palace. The Flying Palace is a highly modified Boeing 747-400, upgraded with some top-of-the-line defensive and offensive capabilities, lavish decorations, and an ultra-luxurious setting. The floor model of this astounding piece of engineering genius costs around $400 million. Yet, with all the upgrades, the Flying Palace can easily go for anywhere between $500 and $600 million. Obviously, the king put a huge price on his security, and Boeing has delivered. The plane is heavily armored and can withstand a direct hit from ballistic missiles and any caliber gunfire. Moreover, the aircraft is equipped with electronic countermeasures, which can disrupt the guidance systems of enemy missiles and other potential threats. To top it all off, the plane has some additional fuel tanks to cover long distances without refueling. The offensive capabilities of this flying fortress are unfortunately kept secret, and while there are some speculations the plane is equipped with laser-guided missiles, that can't be proven. What can be proven, though, is the ultra-luxurious interior of King Salman's plane. When mass-produced, the 747-400 can carry up to 660 passengers. However, this particular plane has only one goal: to make the Saudi king as comfortable as possible. This Flying Palace has an entirely gold-plated interior with plush leather seats, a conference room, a prayer room, and a hospital with the latest medical equipment. The plane also has a gym, a cinema, and a master bedroom with a king-size bed. Naturally, this luxury comes at a price, which the king happily covers. After all, traveling in such impeccable style is worth more than the $25 million of annual upkeep of this aviation masterpiece. Yes, King Salman definitely knows how to make an impression while flying. When traveling on the ground, however, he goes even further. Ground transportation. The king's ground transportation is even more impressive than his aerial travels. On the ground, Salman is usually surrounded by a fleet of ultra-luxurious and highly expensive armored limousines and SUVs. When at home, he prefers to travel in his ultra-luxurious Mercedes-Benz S600 Pullman Guard. The floor model of this highly luxurious limo is around $1.6 million. However, due to its armored plating and bulletproof glass, accompanied by some other defensive and offensive capabilities and lavish amenities, the car is believed to be worth more than $3.5 million. Still, the Saudi king can't can't be limited to only one car. Instead, he has at least 4 other ultra-luxurious and highly secure presidential-class limousines. His Bentley State Limousine is actually a custom-built version of the Bentley Arnage and features an extended wheelbase, a luxurious interior, and advanced security features. The market price of this car is around $250,000, although with all the modification, estimates suggest it costs closer to $2 million. The king also uses a highly luxurious Cadillac Escalade SUV. The car is also armored and is known to have some pretty sweet interior, as well as some extravagant amenities. This luxurious car cost the king nearly $500,000. Naturally, 3 highly luxurious limos are far from enough, so a Maybach 62 is another piece of this lavish collection. Due to its customization, the king paid around $1 million for this high-end limo, as it is equipped with amenities such as leather seating and high-end sound systems. The king's favorite, however, is his Rolls-Royce Phantom. The car is more than a limousine. It is a statement. And how can it be otherwise when it is entirely gold-plated and has some over-the-top decorations? The car has been equipped with a premium entertainment system as well, so instead of the customary $500,000, Salman paid more than $2 million for this car. It's obvious that the Saudi ruler knows how to capture attention. Tokyo visit. 2017 was quite eventful for the Saudi Arabia king, as Salman went all in on all his travels. For example, the king bought a massive entourage of over 1,000 people during his visit to Tokyo, Japan. To accommodate his companions, Salman ordered 500 limos and booked over 1,200 ultra-luxurious rooms to accommodate his guests. To fulfill the order, the car company had to rush around 300 limousines from around the country so the king's entourage could travel lavishly. During his stay in Tokyo, King Salman reportedly booked the entire Imperial Hotel Tokyo and the Ritz-Carlton. His accommodations were said to have been specially prepared to meet the king's exact standards, with customized furniture, artwork, and even a specially designed prayer room. The exact cost of this trip is unknown, but some estimates suggest Salman spent over $5 million on this highly extravagant and luxurious affair. Still, staying in France in 2018 was far more lavish and scandalous. France visit. In 2018, King Salman visited France twice, and both times sparked some controversy. During his stay in Paris, the king booked the entire Four Seasons Hotel George V for his 1,200 entourage. The hotel, located in the heart of Paris's Golden Triangle, is known for its opulent decor, Michelin-starred restaurants, and world-class spa facilities. It is also known to be a favorite of celebrities, royalty, and high-ranking officials, and is one of the most expensive hotels in the city. As a result of the king's many demands, the hotel had to buy out all other reservations and make some drastic interior changes to accommodate the high-profile guest. They had to change the king's room decoration and make it entirely golden. Moreover, they had to place red carpets all over the grounds so Salman wouldn't step on any other color. Now that's what I call commitment to the floor is lava game. To make drastic changes on private property is one, but to alter public spaces to your convenience is an entirely different story. So Salman did exactly this. He blocked the traffic-heavy Parisian central streets so his 600-car-long motorcade could reach the hotel without obstructions. King Salman's motorcade during his visit to Paris was one of the largest and most impressive ever seen in the city. The motorcade included over 600 vehicles, including limousines, SUVs, and motorcycles, all of which were specially outfitted for the visit. As that's not enough of a middle finger to the French, he altered one of Paris's landmarks, the Louvre. He actually transformed it into a restaurant, where he dined with President Emmanuel Macron. The event hosted over 150 high-profile guests and featured a menu of gourmet French cuisine. That wasn't his first and most controversial visit to France, however. In 2015, he took 2,000 of his closest relatives and took over a small French town located in the Côte d'Azur. Then he tried to close off an entire beach for himself, which sparked an outrage of over 100,000 locals. He even commissioned an unauthorized construction of a private elevator from his villa directly to the beach. I guess he forgot that he's only Saudi Arabia's king. Can you imagine if he had done such a thing in Russia? Well, he did spend over $3 million a night there, so... Visit to Russia. When Vladimir Putin wasn't the pariah he is today, world leaders actually lined up to visit him. In 2017, it was finally King Salman's turn, and the entire trip was historical. Not only because this was the first Saudi king to visit Moscow, but also because Salman outdid himself with his ultra-luxurious demands and extravagant traveling style. During his stay, he bought over 2,000 pounds of Novichok-free food and drinks, and he even went all in as he carried his own ultra-luxurious furniture, carpets, and decorations. As always, he traveled with a massive entourage of more than 1,500 people. So naturally, they booked the two most luxurious hotels in Moscow. So naturally, this led to the vacation of permanent residents of the hotels, which are usually not street rats and beggars, but Russian oligarchs and billionaires themselves. The cost of this lavish stay was estimated to be around $3 million per night. However, King Salman's most lavish and extravagant travel, without a doubt, was to Indonesia. Indonesia travel. In 2017, King Salman of Saudi Arabia made a highly publicized visit to Indonesia, marked by his extravagant and luxurious traveling style. The king was accompanied by a massive entourage of over 1,500 people, including personal chefs, security personnel, and even his own golden escalator. All of them came on a total of 11 ultra-luxurious private jets for the guests and over 36 flights for the personnel. During the visit, King Salman reportedly traveled with 506 tons of luggage, which included luxury cars, furniture, and personal items. 2 military-grade cargo planes delivered this incomprehensible amount of luggage to Indonesia for the 9-day stay. The king was also said to have stayed in a specially constructed temporary palace, complete with air-conditioned tents and a helipad. One of the most notable aspects of King Salman's visit was using a golden escalator to disembark from his plane. The escalator, specially constructed for a visit, was reportedly worth around $80,000. Naturally, as he always does, King Salman had some very extravagant demands towards the Indonesian government. However, one that truly sparked outrage was constructing a VIP private toilet inside a mosque specially designed for the king. I mean, it's still better than commissioning a private golden mosque just for himself. Controversial or not, Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud definitely knows how to travel with style. He probably took a page out of Mansa Musa's book. Care to see how this opulent medieval Muslim king traveled? Click on the video to your left.